A new debate took over the internet this weekend, and it's one for the ages. Who was hotter? Young Robert De Niro or young Al Pacino? Of course, everyone's torn. The question was posed by a Twitter blogger named Ashley Reese, whose tweet about this has garnered over 5 million views. And a lot of responses. Those replies include several photos of De Niro and Pacino in their prime, and it sure makes for some good content. She openly asked her follower and the whole Twitter platform. At a wedding and having a big debate are in. Please vote. Who was hotter? De Niro or Al Pacino? This was thrown up as a poll. With some hours left to go, meaning you can still vote, even now, the Twitterverse seems to think young Pacino takes the cake, but only by a slim margin. Nearly 130,000 people have voted, and about 51% of them think Al Pacino was the greater looker. Bob's got around 48%. While it seems Pacino got the edge, there's a strong case for Robert De Niro, whom, you could argue, was a tad more handsome for longer. But as far as who was the runaway smoke show in their prime, it seems like Don Corleone's the favorite. The pollers certainly think so. Each guy was a heartthrob in their day, especially Al Pacino in the 70s, who was on fire with a string of great movies that put his good looks on display. The Godfather flicks, obviously, but also Dog Day Afternoon, Serpico, Bobby Deerfield, and Justice for All. Bob, by comparison, also had several standout hits in the 70s: Taxi Driver, G2, The Deer Hunter, but went on to transform himself time and again in several films into the 80s and 90s. Raging Bull and Cape Fear come to mind, where he was looking pretty hunky. Mind you, this isn't a debate about who the better actor is. That's one nobody will ever be able to agree on, as both artists are titans in their own right. This is purely on attractiveness. At the end of the day, both dudes were great looking, but we suppose it boils down to your own cup of tea. Al Pacino had more of an artsy and somewhat soft-spoken allure about him. Meanwhile, Bob had more of the classic man vibe radiating from head to toe. To each their own. Naturally, we gotta ask ourselves, who'd you rather choose in a perfect world?